What's up, guys? Alright, so this was requested of me to do, and I'm not even sure if it's needed anymore, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just because those of you out there, the few, the proud, or those who should be proud, the developers, those people in the community that make our handhelds better for us, they want to know what this thing looks like on the inside, and if it's moddable. And I don't know if it is, because I don't know that kind of stuff. But I'm willing to open it up and let you take a look. I can't tell you what I'll be looking at, really. But maybe you can tell me what I'm looking at. So let's just set this stuff aside. And you're going to have to roll with me on this one. Feel free to fast forward when you need to, because it's just going to go one take here. I'm going to do the screws. And no fast forwarding on my part, no editing. Just going straight into it. Ooh, that came off nice. I'll put that right there. So we have Phillips. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably going to be 2 more in there, plus this. Before I do anything else, and I don't want to forget, I'm going to take the SD card out right away. And if I didn't introduce it already, this is the GB300. Check out my previous video. Yeah, just put that right there. Look at that little 8 GB card. And someone else was saying that I should have compared this to other consoles in my last video just to see if it's pocketable. I don't know if you can tell, I have pretty normal sized hands, but here's the 35XX, and here's this, the the GB300. So they're the exact same width, basically. They're just, the only difference is that contour shape right there, and the GB300 is a little thinner up on the top. So if you consider this pocketable, this is pocketable. I could pull out the R36S just for the hell of it. Take a look at that. Maybe some of you out there aren't familiar with the 35XX and you are familiar with the R36S. So here's that. It's smaller than the R36S. You can see that here in this one. But it's almost, it looks like it's about the same width. It's just about 1 millimeter off. And again, the top is a little bit thinner. The bottom's thinner on this too, but it's also got that contour shape. It's lighter. It's more pocketable than any of them, but I'm not gonna say it's better than any of them. The others are better devices. This is just a cheaper device, and that's what makes it cool. Alright guys, sorry for the delay. For those of you who are here strictly for a teardown, let's get into it. I guess first thing I'll do is take the battery out. I've never done one of these before, so I'm hoping that everything goes smooth. You're not going to get the best camera angles, but I'll try to make sure that you get to see the things that I'm sure you're hoping to see or curious about. I'm not going to be teaching people how to disassemble in this video. This is probably one of those 1.5 speed video perfect scenarios. Oh, that's tight. That's kind of hard to get off. I'm going to try using the spudger. Whoa, that was good. Alright, so we have our 18650 in here. Let's just pull that out. It's in there pretty tight too. This is a flat top. Being that it's as tight, well, there's a pretty decent spring in there, so you could probably fit a button top in here, but this is a flat. Oh, this is a button top. Okay, so yeah, this is a button top, not a flat top. And it doesn't say anything on it, but it's labeled to be an 800 milliamp hour battery, so you can definitely put a bigger battery in and have a device that lasts a lot longer. Okay, so do we have any extra screws in there? No, it doesn't look like it. But when I open this up, I'm sure that this is gonna fall out, and the buttons, these are probably all connected with some kind of like swastika looking symbol in there. Let's just see. All right. This is one of those things that I don't think I could narrate and talk the whole way through while I'm doing it, because I'm just trying to breathe and focus. I don't think I have the best the best Phillips head on. I should probably use one that's a tiny bit bigger. But I already started filming, and it's working. Okay, so I think it feels like they're all off. Let's see what happens. Okay, something down here feels like there's probably a clip. There's probably a clip on the lower end, so I'm gonna just try to get the spudger in there. There we go. There we go. Okay, so carefully take a peek. We have our speaker connected to the back. I should try to get some better light for you guys. Jeez. I hope you can see. I can't do too well with the light. This is just what we're gonna have to do, guys. Okay, so since the speaker is connected to the back, soldered directly to the board, you got to be really careful. And what it looks like here is there's no screws holding the board down, and it's kind of held in place by the springs of the battery. So take a look at this right here. GB300 V1.2. And if you could read what it says on that tiny chip there, you have better eyes than me. But let's see if I could pull the whole thing out and see what it's looking like underneath. I think that's what most people wanted to see is this, but we've gone this far. I can always solder that back on if I make a mistake here. It's in there somehow. Like what? Oh, there's one screw right in the center. You guys probably all saw that while I'm talking, saying there's no screws holding it down. And you're laughing at me. Ha ha ha. Yeah, see this Phillips head is a little small. I don't want to strip the screw down. Alright, it's supposed to be magnetic, but... So we got our little shoulder buttons right there. They're not bad, man. There's people clowning on those shoulder buttons. I thought that was pretty clever. Pretty clever way to make a cheap device. So there we are. Okay, so careful, careful, careful. Screen can be removed with a ribbon cable. Just pop that off. I'm not going to bother popping it off right now. It's not really necessary. I hate putting those things back in. So there we have it, you guys. Our contacts for our membranes. Anything. I'm going to have to wash the screen. I got my fingerprint on it. See what I do for you guys. I hope you guys will give me a like. Maybe even a subscribe. That would be amazing. Alright, so there's that. You guys got basically the gist of everything we got going here. Now I have to wash my screen after that, but let's pull this out. It looks like it's all one membrane. Look at how they save money. So you got one full membrane. It doesn't look like a bad membrane. It doesn't feel like one either, but it's exactly like I expected. We have a connected set of buttons. So that's why you can see the other buttons move when you press them, and it's not ideal. And you could snip them, but then they're gonna spin because there's no notches in there to hold them in place. So that's the design, to hold them in place. Here's our D-pad. It has its central pivot. It does have a little thunk when you press down on it. It does have a little bit of a shallow travel. We do have those false inputs. So what I can do is put some Kapton tape on here. So I'm not going to do that in this video, but after I wash this screen, or maybe even before, look at those fingerprints. I'm going to put some Kapton tape on here in little V shapes on the inner sections of each circle. Each one of these circles is going to have a very small kind of triangular section blocked off. And that way, when I'm pressing down, it won't be able to hit left and right as easy. So I'm going to hope that'll work. Maybe I can come back with some results for you guys. But that's pretty much it for here. You don't need to watch me clean this and put it back together. I'm going to upload this video, guys, right now. Peace.